There's honestly just too much evidence backing this conformity gate theory that we will be getting a final episode of Stranger Things season 5. Let me go through some of the smaller evidence before I get to the big stuff, and I think this is something that everybody's already seen, but it is the D&D binders that they put at the very end of the episode, and it spells out X alive, which is Dimension X is a lie, as in it just never happened, they never went there. And during the 40-minute epilogue that we got, we get to see that everybody is waiting in line for Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade. And in actual history in the 80s, when the Last Crusade came out, this was supposed to be the last Indiana Jones movie. That's how they marketed it. And then yet two more Indiana Jones movies came out after this one. So this is kind of just an Easter egg to show like it's not over. Another one I think a lot of people have already seen is the graduation pics, and there's a lot of stuff in Volume 2 in general where their hands are crossed exactly like Vecna or Henry. Now, to get to the really big reasons as to why I think this is truly going to happen for us is the fact that when they went to the Upside Down in the finale, it shows Elle get into a giant water tank to fight Vecna. This does not make sense at all because there is no water in the Upside Down. It is a constant thing that they show every season that water does not exist in the Upside Down. A very solid example of this is when Barb gets taken at the pool. There's obviously a bunch of water in the pool. And then in the Upside Down, there is no water to be found in this pool because water does not exist in the Upside Down. On top of that, there's the military guy that takes a piss on the giant flesh wall in season 5. And you notice that it evaporates immediately because it is considered liquid. There is no water or liquid in the Upside Down. So this giant tank of water should not be there. Hence, it's not actually there. This is all planned by Vecna. The final big evidence that I have is actually a real world thing. In order to end a show or put on a finale, you need to do three things. You need a final episode ID, legal release status for that episode, and then you need to enter it into the distribution and measurement system. And this show has not done that for this season. It has done it for the other 4 seasons. This finale is not registered. You can't find it anywhere. So that means this cannot be the last episode. There's going to be one more. Honestly, I'm very curious to hear your thoughts on this, but regardless, there's only two outcomes. One, there are a lot of errors in this show when it comes to holes, continuity errors, just certain stuff just does not add up. And that is the Duffer Brothers, and they just totally flopped this entire show because of the way they chose to end it. Or two, they will go down in history as some of the most brilliant writers for this large of a TV show ever, and outright probably the best finale ever made for at least a show to this standard. This has never been done before, and if they actually pull this off and Vecnut everybody, they're going to go down in history.